Wrestlers and movies. It's a pretty common occurrence these days, but a few years ago it was only common if the wrestler's name was Hulk Hogan. Still, a few wrestlers made their way onto the silver screen, or at least into the VCR. That included wrestlers from World Class Championship Wrestling, even while it was the territory of the National Wrestling Alliance. So, here's 5 movies that included World Class wrestlers. It's not necessarily all of them, just 5 of them. Number 1, Problem Child. Released in 1990, Problem Child is about Junior, a young orphan boy played by Michael Oliver, who is adopted by a married couple named Ben and Flo Healy, played by John Ritter and Amy Yazbek. Junior turns out to be just this side of a monster, leaving a trail of destruction in the lives of Ben and Flo. Junior even unintentionally brings mayhem when his pen pal, the bow tie killer, played by Michael Richards, is released from prison and seeks out his letter-writing partner. Problem Child made over $72 million worldwide, and sparked the sequel, Problem Child 2. If anybody in World Class were to be tagged with the label of potential movie star, it likely would have been Kerry Von Erich. With the body of a Greek god and a natural charisma, he certainly had the look and appeal. Kerry was in the running to play Ivan Drago in 1985's Rocky IV, but that part went to Dolph Lundgren. 5 years later, Kerry finally made his movie debut. Von Erich played a small part in Problem Child, playing a character billed simply as Neo-Nazi, who reads Junior's letter to the notorious serial killer. It's a small part, but Kerry does have a couple of lines. It does make you want to hear him utter the words, "If he dies, he dies." And number 2, Stay Tuned. Sticking with John Ritter movies, 2 years after Problem Child, Ritter starred with Pam Dauber as Roy and Helen Nabel in Stay Tuned. Roy only wants to watch TV, while Helen is hoping for a romantic night without the kids. As tension builds, a mysterious salesman offers Roy a free trial with a new TV and satellite service. Roy signs on, not knowing he just sold his soul to the devil. Roy and Helen are sucked into the hellish TV world, while their kids are left trying to save them and bring them back home. As the movie tagline says, everybody wants to be on television, just not this kind of television. For a lot of us in 1992, wrestling was a big draw on TV, and Roy and Helen find themselves in a match as they bounce around TV hell, facing off against Mr. and Mrs. Gorgon. Mr. Gorgon was played by none other than the One Man Gang, a longtime member of Gary Hart's stable of wrestlers at World Class. Credited under his real name of George Gray, Gang has a much easier time tossing Ritter around the ring than he did Bruiser Brody a few years earlier. Pam Dauber, on the other hand, proved to be tough to deal with while brandishing a microphone stand. Hey, it's hell. Pretty sure that's legal. And number 3, The Silver Bullet. Okay, this might be stretching the definition of appearing in a movie, but it's my video, so I make the rules. The 1985 horror movie Silver Bullet, starring Gary Busey and Corey Haim, is about the peaceful town of Tarker's Mill being turned upside down by a series of murders. While most townfolk think a maniacal killer is on the loose, Marty, played by Haim, believes the killer is a werewolf. When Marty and his sister Jane, played by Megan Follows, have a run-in with what they believe is a werewolf, the two try to determine what man is the werewolf in town. Unfortunately, the hero of the movie, or even the villain for that matter, wasn't played by someone from World Class. As the man is settling in with a cold beer to watch a little wrestling on television, we get a quick glimpse of Brian Adias in the ring, and even hear the announcer say his name. Adias was a popular mid-carder in World Class who had turns as the World Class Television Champion and Texas Heavyweight Champion, as well as part of both the American and World Six-Man Tag Team Championship. Adias is only there for a few seconds, but that was still pretty cool in 1985. Number 4, Highlander. The 1986 fantasy adventure Highlander stars Christopher Lambert and Sean Connery. The movie is about an immortal man named Connor MacLeod, Lambert, living in New York City, who is being hunted down by another immortal man named Kurgan, played by Clancy Brown. After MacLeod is arrested and released by the police, a forensic agent played by Roxanne Hart follows him and gets caught in the middle of their battle. While the movie didn't originally do well at the box office, it drew a cult following that led to 2 sequels and a television series version. I don't know about Immortal, but the Fabulous Freebirds are certainly legendary in pro wrestling and a huge part of the success of World Class in the 1980s. The opening scene of Highlander takes place at what is supposed to be Madison Square Garden, but is actually Meadowlands Arena. The film captures a real match as Michael Hayes, Buddy Roberts, and Terry Gordy take on Greg Gagne, Jim Brunzell, and Sam Fatu on a Pro Wrestling USA card. There are some great visuals as the movie shifts focus from the match to MacLeod sitting in the stands. Give the Freebirds a little whiskey and they could have helped with that Kurgan problem. And number 5, G. Williker. The 1993 straight-to-video family film G. Williker stars Dan Brooke as Gus Williker, a kind-hearted bachelor who befriends three mischievous young boys who happen to have a beautiful sister named Dolly, played by Robin Brooks. The problem is Dolly is dating the local pro wrestling champion, Boots Derriere, played by Matthew Tompkins. Gus ends up agreeing to stand in for Boots' opponent, who no-shows the weekly wrestling card, and the boys are convinced if Gus becomes a champion, he will win over Dolly. Of course, shenanigans ensue as the movie leads up to the predictable ending. With 20 minutes left in the movie, Kevin Von Erich makes his film debut, playing himself. Kevin sneaks in the back door to check out the local matches and has a nice scene with the three boys as they implore him to help Gus train for a championship match. It's not a huge part, but Kevin does have several lines, and the scene is what you would expect from a sugary sweet family film with a simple message of work hard and you'll reach your goals. You may also spot a brief appearance by Iceman King Parsons near the beginning of the movie, a little independent film chock full of world-class talent. I hope you enjoyed seeing these 5 movies that featured world-class wrestlers. Links are in the description if you want to get a closer look at what we've talked about here. You can even watch G. Willikers in its entirety right here on YouTube. If you like this 5 Things video and want to see more like it, check out the 5 Things playlist, or check out one of the other videos on the channel. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe, not necessarily in that order, and I will see you next time.